Hey guys, it's ZB here. Um, this is I guess you could say, a vlog that I wanted to do because I thought I'd go ahead and say why I'm doing YouTube. I know that a lot of YouTubers are doing it because it's a way for them to do social media to maybe get followers and fans. But I'm I don't want to be someone that is thought of as, oh, this guy is just trying to make money on YouTube, or this guy just wants a bunch of fans and followers. Um, the pretty basic and simple part of it is I want to be there for those of you who watch me. I wanna I wanna think of you guys as almost like a family for me, because growing up I went through a lot, and I won't say my family wasn't really there, but they weren't able to be there for me because of some stuff that we were going through at the time. And so I grew up. Well, let me take you back, honestly, back to when I was a kid. I'm a military brat. Both of my parents are military. Both are 100% disabled. And so I grew up kind of taking care of them. And I love them to death. They are my inspiration, one of my inspirations to do stuff for other people. Growing up, I think I first watched YouTube when I was in middle school, 8th grade. So that was 2009, 2008, around then. One of the first people I ever watched, I think, was PewDiePie. I didn't really watch him for long. I kind of just wasn't into that kind of YouTube scene at the time. I was more into, oh, make me laugh and giggle and over stupid stuff like comedies and skits. And then I guess I should also say that I was bullied extremely growing up for having disabled parents for most of my school career, whether it was just my father or eventually when my mother became disabled as well. I got messed with a lot for it, and I used to have a real problem saying this, and it's still not easy for me, but I feel like if you guys know, you guys will know me better as a person. And I had tried to commit suicide multiple times as a child. As a young adult even, I was not in the best mental health. And eventually YouTube became one of my outlets. One of my few. I would hop onto YouTube at the end of the day, feeling like crud, and I'd just watch videos and make me laugh. Out of my main group of YouTubers that I watch now, which is Jack, Markiplier, Matthias, I never say his name right, forgive me, and like 2 or 3 others. Jack was the first one out of them that I watched. I had been watching him since he was just a couple hundred subscribers. I watched him grow and I watched him develop, and he was one of the few that was always felt like they were always there for me. They were never there, in my opinion, to make money. They were there to make me smile, to make everyone smile and laugh and feel better. And so eventually time went around. I got through high school, I got through all that stuff. I was able to start dealing with my depression better and better. I went into community college. That didn't work out for me so well because while I was in community college, on my 3rd semester, I had a really bad set of months. Over the span of 3 months, I had over 27 friends of mine die. One of those was my girlfriend at the time. She was a lot to me. And so it really brought me back down to a low area, and I dropped out of college, started working at a Burger King, living at home with my parents, and just not caring about whether or not I woke up in the morning. I was not an ideal child at the time. But after that, I ended up leaving the house, my parents' house, and I moved in with a couple friends. And I kind of hopped houses from here to there in apartments and just kind of lived wherever I was welcome, because I really didn't know what I was doing with my life. And so I moved in with a friend of mine at the time. His name was Edward. He took me in after I had a medical incident. And to be blunt, I had a battery explode in my pocket of my jeans. I had 4th and 3rd degree burns down the left side of my body, mostly on my left leg and on my arm. I was in a hospital for almost a month in critical burn unit at a military hospital. I had to learn how to walk again. I lost the ability to play the guitar because my fingers they don't work as well as they used to. They still twitch every now and then. I drop things. I can't even have glass cups anymore, really, because I'm afraid that I'll always break, that I'll end up breaking them. But Edward took me in after that, and he helped me back up. Let me correct myself. My parents took me in after that. Again. And being the still pain in the ass child that I was, I didn't really get that my parents were trying to be there for me. They were trying to think of what was best for me. They did everything they could for me, and I was disrespectful, and so I left the house. And I went to Edward's. He took me in, he helped me, did what almost like a brother would do to help take care of me and get myself back together to the point where I was able to start running again. I can't run very much at all, to be honest. 1, without getting winded, and 2, just without my leg absolutely giving up on me. About a month before my birthday, a day before my birthday last year, my aunt had asked me if I wanted to go up to Washington State, where they live. Her sister and my grandparents, and my great grandparents and all my great uncles and aunts on that side of the family all lived there. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to come up for a while. And so I stayed there for about a month and a half. She paid for everything. She was an angel for me. She was absolutely amazing. I love her to death. She really set me on the better path and made me realize what my parents were doing for me, and that I really needed to fix what I was doing in my life. And during all of this, I was still dealing with extreme depression because I felt like I didn't belong anymore. Everything that I held dear really was gone. A lot of my friends left me. My girlfriend had left me. I was just down in a bad place. And that's when I started watching Markiplier, who is, in the most singular word that I can put, an inspiration to me. What he's able to do, and what he's been able to do with his fans, and some of you guys might be Markiplier fans, but what he's been able to do with his group and his following is one of the most tremendous and amazing things I've ever seen in my life. The man donates so much to charity. He thinks about other people far more than himself. He's not afraid to express his emotions on camera. And that's kind of why I'm doing this, is because some of the things he's done and some of the things he said aren't exactly easy to say. And I apologize if I get a little emotional about this. But it was thanks to Markiplier, it was thanks to Mark, that I was able to think about myself as a person again and realize that I wasn't just a nobody who didn't belong anywhere. That I needed
face the fact that what happened to me happened, but that's in the past. And a favorite quote of mine now is that you may wait, but time will not stand still for you. If I remember, probably that's from Teddy Roosevelt. That quote makes me think all the time that I wasted so much precious time that I could have been doing something to help me or something to help others, just because I was pitying myself. I mean, I was 19 years old, walking around with a cane. I'm 20 right now, turning 21 this year. And it's hard being my age and using a cane. I mean, I can show you guys mine. Right here. This is my cane. Whenever I go out into public for long periods of time, I have to bring it. I can't walk for long without my legs wanting to give up, which makes it really hard for me to get a job, because right now I am, after I got back, let me bring you back before I start on that point, forgive me, but after I got back to Texas from my aunt's house, Edward, he said that he couldn't have me in his house anymore, and I respected that as much as it hurt to tell me the day that I get back and not let me know before I got back. I respected that he needed to make that decision, and it's what he was needed to be done. And so I ended up crashing at my best friend Quentin's house that night, and then waiting in front of my parents' house for about 3 hours for them to come back from Comic-Con with my little brother as an early Christmas present for him. And I remember never realizing that what I didn't just hurt my parents, but it hurt the one person in the world that means more than anything else to me, my little brother. My parents asked him in the car when they saw me sitting outside with all of my stuff, the few things that I had, are you okay with him moving back in? Because that's what he's probably going to ask. And my little brother said that he didn't know. He said he felt that I betrayed him. And that was a major turning point for me, because I had already been realizing I need to be a better person, and I need to start doing stuff for the right reasons. And that what I need to do is make a better life for myself. And so I told my parents that I'd try to go back to college. And I got accepted into the Art Institute here in Texas, in San Antonio, Texas. I'm currently enrolled here, living on dorms in campus, off campus, going for interior design, a bachelor's in it. And quite recently, I was talking with one of my roommates. It was a big help for me because I still go through a lot of problems with PTSD and anxiety attacks and my depression. He was like, well, he told me there are ways for you to help others now that doesn't require for you to give up on what you're doing currently. And I was like, well, what's that? And he said, well, why don't you start a YouTube channel? And that really hit me, because this whole time I'd been wanting to, since I was in high school, to start a YouTube channel. I was
I want to get fans, I want to get followers, I want people to know me, I want people to know who I am. And now I'm sitting here looking at it in the perspective of, I want people to know who I am, but not because I want to be known, but because I want to be able to help others, whether it's to put a smile on your face or just to go ahead and just make you laugh or make your day just a tad bit better, and let you know that you're not the only one who's possibly dealing with this, with what you're going through, and that no matter what in life hits you, there's always something around the corner. It might not be great right away. I know very well that it's not going to be great right away all the time. But if you're patient and you're willing to care enough and put your effort and your heart into it, you can make anything a better situation. I've lived on the streets. I've done some really bad stuff in my life just to get by and live. And here I am with a room of my own, going to college now, having this nice equipment set up, and able to talk to you guys. How many few you are right now when I post this video. However few you are, you're a lot to me. Because to know that someone out there actually wants to know what I'm saying and hear what I have to think and listen to my stupidity when I'm doing a game, it means the world to me. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't want my followers just to be fans. I want them to be a community, a family. I want you guys to be able to get together, whether it's behind a charity live stream, whether it's just behind a common cause or something that I do or something that y'all want to do. I want to see that success grow as a community. And I want to see myself succeed so that way I can reach more people. Not because I want the money, because honestly any money I get from YouTube is put right back into YouTube. I won't really be needing to spend it on anything else. I'm a college student. I live off of ramen and the occasional pizza that I get fast food. Chick-fil-A if I'm being fancy. I don't need much, and I don't want much. All that I really want is to help you guys. No matter how many of you there are, what matters to me is that you are here and you guys are willing to listen to what I have to say, and that maybe I can make you feel better. I want to see not myself grow, but us grow as a community. I know I'm not big right now, and I might not be big for a while, but I'm never going to take down this video. And so I always want it to be available for people to see, because this is who I am. This is something that is a dream for me to be able to do. And if I was able to make a career out of this,
that'd be a blessing all on itself, because that means I could focus my entire day, my entire week, month, year to making you guys happy and smile and laugh, and so that way we can grow together in time and in happiness. But that's really all that I wanted to get off my chest. And if I'm to thank anybody, I just want to thank my mother, my dad, my little brother, my aunt Eileen, and Markiplier and Jack. Jack and Mark, you two are my biggest inspirations. May you guys always be blessed in whatever you do. And may you guys always find the right way. And be forever smiling. And that goes for all of you too. May you guys smile forever. Even if it's just in your heart. This is ZB signing off. I'll see you in the next video.